Welcome, guys. It's Scott from Woke Societies here. It's been probably 5 or 6 days since I did my last video. Things were a little crazy here at the house. Been working a bunch of crazy hours, and we had the holiday, obviously July 4th. I took that day off, so just had to deal with some family stuff, some personal things I had to attend to, and I've still been here. I've still been lurking the internet, still been on Twitter, you know, all the social media pages. And just going to make this video just a recap of everything that happened this past week. And we're just going to jump right into it. So you guys knew the big 4th of July celebration happened this past Thursday. Trump gave his huge speech, and they had the flyovers, all that cool stuff. If you didn't see it, it was an awesome speech. You can catch it on YouTube. But things that we're seeing before he was speaking were just absolutely hilarious, from all the shills and all the haters and all the trolls. And a big thing about it was that this thing, Trump's big celebration, was going to be a Trump rally. You know, people were saying some stupid shit, like throwing the Hatch Act there, saying what he's doing is illegal, this parade is illegal. And I just had to laugh, man. There were some trolls on my page this past week, and I had to shut them down. People, they love to troll. I don't know if they're just trolling to troll to try to get a reaction out of me, or just whatever the case is. But I was seeing this all over Twitter, not just with my stuff, obviously, but I was seeing a lot of these trolls just throwing this garbage out there. And I happened to see this video here, and I wanted to show you guys real quick of past celebrations that presidents have had before in the past. So take a look. Some military there, flyovers, showing up more military tech there. And guys, you can see right here, if you find yourself screaming out President Trump's military parade in Washington, D.C., have a look at what other presidents did to celebrate Independence Day. Like I said, guys, if you saw the actual celebration, what was going on, there was marching bands, there was military from all branches on premise, on the site of the Washington Monument, and there were a bunch of flyovers from all different branches of the military. And after watching it, there was nothing political about the speech at all. And Trump, again, played the media perfectly, because if the other thing that came out was, let's see, I didn't pull it up here, but there was some breaking. It's called BNL. It's a Twitter page that I follow. ABC, NBC, and a few other of the major media channels refused to air the actual celebration because they were assuming it was going to be a Trump rally, and they could just not be a part of that. So they did not air it at all. For me myself, I don't have cable, so I had to go on YouTube. I found a channel that was live recording it, and I watched it through YouTube. But I know other people were watching it through Fox and all that stuff. The funny thing is that if you watch the speech, it was no politics. It was all about the military, all about our history, our nation's history, and it was completely patriotic. There was nothing that he was suggesting that would be, you know, because the 2020 election's coming, there was nothing to try to persuade voters or anything like that. And the people that were saying we're not going to watch it, we're glad these media channels aren't going to show it, they all got played, because what mainstream media was telling everyone that they were going to do, he did the complete opposite, and just completely honored our military and talked about our nation's history, nothing more, nothing less. Had all these awesome flyovers and had a huge fireworks show. That was it. There was nothing else to it. So these media companies showed their hand. that they don't support anything even remotely related to Trump, even if it has nothing to do with politics. They will shut him out. And this is what failed media companies will do. Exactly what they did. And I did see another tweet saying, well, what about the old people, you know, that can't get out of their homes? They don't have a means to watch this, or they just, you know, they're bed stricken, whatever. These media companies decided for them that they are not able to watch this because they feel, in their view, that this was going to be a Trump rally, and they would not support that. But what they were really doing is not supporting patriotism, not supporting your country, and pretty much telling others what they are able to do themselves. That's it. So again, these media companies are the enemy of the people, and they've showed their hand, regardless if it's celebrating our country. And Trump again has exposed them, and that is the whole point of this. They got exposed, and now they take another hit of publicity, and I absolutely love it. And this is what Trump does. It's amazing. So yeah, again guys, just going into the celebration a little bit more, there's again, Antifa was saying that they're going to be at these rallies, they're going to cause disruption and all this other garbage. And the only video that really came out was this one. I'll play it real quick for you guys. It's some asshole burning the flag. Okay, so I'm just tired of hearing that bullshit, man. So Antifa was making these huge claims. They were going to disrupt this ceremony. They were going to be burning flags. They were going to be just being completely disruptive. And this is all you have. Meaningless bullshit of them burning a flag. And the moment they did it, they got attacked by, you know, people that obviously don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. It is what it is, man. You got these idiots running around out here burning flags, trying to disrupt the movement, and it's gone nowhere. And that's a really good way to get your followers, right? Let's burn flags and start fights. This is exactly what they do here. So besides that garbage, I'm gonna show you a clip of the president's speech here, which I thought was really awesome.
Lieutenant General Daniel Hawkinson of the National Guard, and distinguished leaders representing each branch of the United States Armed Forces, the Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, Marines, and very soon, the Space Force.
Space Force.
As we gather this evening, in the joy of freedom, we remember that all share a truly extraordinary heritage. Together, we are part of one of the greatest stories ever told, the story of America. It is the epic tale of a great nation whose people have risked everything for what they know is right and what they know is true. It is the chronicle of brave citizens who never give up on the dream of a better and brighter future. And it is the saga of 13 separate colonies that united to form the most just and virtuous republic ever conceived.
So yeah, guys, I just wanted to show you that real quick clip there. He speaks to the Space Force. I don't know where the other part is, but he does talk about we are going to land on Mars and we're going to put humans on Mars. From all the things that I know and watched, there's been humans on Mars for a very long time. They're just underground, and they have ways to cloak themselves, but that's a different episode for another day. But I thought it was just awesome. Again, he speaks about the Space Force, which is just, you know, absolutely fantastic. I love it. But speaking of the Space Force, there will be some UFO talk in this episode as well. And some alien talk is, you know, as we go on this with this current video I'm doing now. But you know, Trump brought up the Space Force, very exciting, and I'm just going to get away from the celebration just for a moment because I want to show you guys that this interview that Trump had with Tucker Carlson, and this interview took place when Trump was down at the DMZ of North Korea and South Korea, and there was a lot of talk about this interview because there was actually I could say there was a lot of hype going up to this interview. Tucker had said that there was going to be an interview about Trump talking about UFOs and aliens, and as you guys know, as the months and weeks keep on going, there's so much more talk about UFOs and, you know, more of this slow drip of disclosure going on. Some of it not good, some of it good. But, you know, a lot of people were saying, depending on how Trump answered these questions, it could change a lot of things for the country and in the world and the way people look at these things. And I just want to show you guys just a clip of how masterful Trump was answering these questions about UFOs, because he knows the media will destroy him for anything that they can find. And he doesn't go too deep, but he also doesn't discredit it. So take a look real quick.
We decided to ask the president about it. It was his semi-cryptic answer. Watch. You gave an interview the other day in which you said you've been briefed on unidentified flying objects. Are they real?
Well, I don't want to really get into it too much, but personally, I tend to doubt it. I mean, you have people that swear by it, right? And pilots have come in and they said, and these are pilots that are not pilots that are into that particular world, but we have had people saying that they've seen things. I'm not a believer, but you know, I guess anything's possible.
We spoke to a government official recently who said the U.S. government had wreckage from the UFO in a facility on Air Force Base. Are you familiar with that?
I haven't heard that. It has not been within government, has not been a big thing, but I've seen it. I've seen it on your show, but I've seen it. I don't.
So the video stopped, but it's okay. That was the main gist of what I wanted to show you guys. They go into more questions and things about UFOs, and he gives kind of around the same answers. He's not discrediting it, but he's not saying that he believes it either. Which, you know, because just imagine if he had said, yes, I believe UFOs are real, aliens are here, we've known about this forever. He would get destroyed by the media. That would be the next thing they would attack him all the way until the elections, you know? So I thought it was really funny the way he was answering it. You could tell just by his body language he was skirting around the questions, which I thought was kind of funny. But he definitely knows more than what he's letting on. I can almost guarantee you. I don't have solid proof, obviously. This is just my opinion, my humble opinion on the subject. But I definitely think he knows more about UFOs, and it's definitely been briefed, because there's articles saying that more and more U.S. senators and officials are getting briefed by Pentagon officials about UFO sightings. They're behind closed door meetings. So guys, and Tucker asked him, do you know about like any of these down craft around these Air Force bases? And Trump says, no, I really don't know anything about that. Guys, we've known about this stuff for decades. This is how we started re-engineering the craft in the first place, which I'm going to go right into right now. There was a patent released, and I think I posted this on Woke Societies on my Facebook page probably about a month and a half ago. But it was officially made public just, I think, 2 days ago. It's called the TR-3B. It's a triangular craft that uses, right here, high-frequency electromagnetic waves throughout the resonant cavity, causing the resonant cavity to vibrate in accelerated mode and create a local polarized vacuum outside the outer resonant cavity wall. Guys, that's just a fancy way of saying anti-gravity and the use of electromagnetic frequencies to cause movement in these vehicles. No gas, no fuel. It's a completely new technology. But where do you guys think they got this technology from? They got it from Downcraft, probably starting with Roswell, maybe even before that, because this was just after World War II, maybe right before then that this stuff was coming out, and they re-engineered it and created their own TR-3B. They use anti-gravity as as their fuel to move these things. And honestly, when I heard about this huge celebration for 4th of July, I thought one of these was going to fly over. A B-2 bomber was one of them that flew over. Seeing that was pretty cool, honestly. It's a black triangle. Maybe, I think maybe possibly that was also re-engineered technology as far as the shape. But here's a picture of it. All the patents here, and it looks like, yeah, there's some background information, how it moves. It's all electrically charged, and it's completely quiet. And guys, people, especially in Hawaii, have seen these before. They're already being used. They're already being tested. They have been for a while. And people need to understand, we didn't just come up with this triangular shape ourselves. The electromagnetic frequency, anti-gravity fuel, you know, that fuels these things. This was from alien tech that we found, crashed onto our planet, and taken, used in these secret space programs, taken apart in underground Air Force bases, other secret space programs, black site programs, whatever you want to call it. And they were re-engineered, and this is just one of the things that we as humans have used and are creating now. And, you know, this is what I was hoping for to fly over. Can you imagine a super quiet, triangular shaped craft just hovering above, you know, Washington Park and all that stuff, man? That would have been great. I was hoping for it, but it didn't happen. But there was a bunch of people thought they saw sightings of craft at the event. I'm gonna pull up some pictures here real quick, and let's see. Is it gonna load? My computer is being retarded right now. Sorry, guys. And let's see. So yeah, you have a picture here of the event of where everyone was, and then over here you see dots, and people online were freaking out over this because this was right after all the flyovers were happening, and people were saying, oh my gosh, look, there's UFOs. But honestly, I looked into a lot more, and here's a picture. And this Anon said right here, John Newton said, Anon debunked it, lens flare from the lights. And you could tell they're perfectly, almost perpendicular to each other as far as this. There was a video of this actually showing the lens flares. You know, it was cool to talk about while this was all going on. The internet was going nuts while this was happening, but I thought it was pretty interesting. You can see all the dots here. At first, we all thought they were craft maybe that were going to fly over, you know, and just have this huge reveal, but that didn't happen. But it is what it is. It was an awesome celebration. It's really sad that these media companies didn't air this because it had nothing to do, again, about a Trump rally or vote for Trump. He didn't even talk about his political adversaries. Nothing, not at all. So, yeah, we had a bunch of that, guys. Again, if you guys saw the speech and all that, you can drop in the comments what you thought about it. I thought it was an amazing speech, an awesome time to be alive, and you know, it actually felt like America was coming together again with an actual unity, you know, and patriotism. And to be honest, since 9/11, those feelings really haven't come to fruition at all as far as feeling unity. And if you see pictures of all this, guys, of this whole entire event, there was people of all different kinds of nationalities, you know, and anyone that is supporting a Trump or anything like that is painted as a racist, a bigot. And I'm a moderate, guys. I'm in the middle about a lot of things. I believe in UFOs. I'm very spiritual in a different sense than you would think as far as religious. And, you know, I just think all this is great. But how the media was painting the picture of what this was going to be was completely false, and they were wrong again. And just one last thing that I thought was super, super strange, man. This is before the president went on. This was at 5:02 a.m. Here you have Jeb Bush, and he makes a tweet that says, 3 presidents die on July 4th. Just a coincidence. And guys, people are going nuts over this. And you can see in the comments reported, you know, is this a family confession? Your family was personal friends with John Hinckley's family. What is the intention of the tweet? And, you know, I don't know why someone like Jeb Bush would make a tweet like this on the day that the celebration is happening and that Trump is going to be giving a speech. Again, it got the internet in a fray, man. People were going crazy. You know, the conspiracy theories were just flying. People started saying pray for president, which is always a good thing. But I just wanted to throw that in there. Very strange, man. And it's just, you know, it was just weird. So, moving on here. What else we got? Oh yes. One last thing about the flyovers at the celebration. So, if you guys saw, every branch of the military was recognized for the different aircraft that flew over. They had the Army, the Navy, Air Force. They even have the Coast Guard. But the interesting thing about the Coast Guard, the call sign for the Coast Guard was the only one that was made public. And guys, I'm going to admit, when I don't know what something is, I looked up what a call sign was, and I have it here. Let's see. Okay, aviation call signs or communication call signs assigned as unique identifiers to aircraft. So when you go back here and you look at the call sign for the Coast Guard aircraft that they used, I don't know what kind of aircraft it was. I didn't catch it, but the name of it is what the most interesting part is here. It says End Game 20, and if you guys haven't seen already, the IG report has been reported that it's coming to a close. Those investigations are coming to a close, and Trump and Q have gone out and said the end game is coming soon. These people are going to be getting exposed publicly, and the arrests are going to start happening soon. So the Anons saw this. You know, the Anons don't miss a thing. They're absolutely amazing. And it says endgame 20 equals endgame coincidence end flippin' game. Put this in your thoughts and listen to Q+. A lot of people, including myself, think Q+ is the president. And POTUS says it's endgame time. Thought that was really interesting and cool. Just to give you guys some insight on that. So, other things that happened this week. Vice President Pence was supposed to be going to New Hampshire for a speech, or to speak at some kind of event. This new, I don't know if they're new, but I just came across them a couple days ago, and they've been a really interesting follow on Twitter. They're called Tribunal Report. They track, you know, air flights, military flights. They track everything, where they go, where they get directed to, and they reported that a very interesting problem compelled VP to cancel a New Hampshire trip at last minute. We'll find out in a week or two why, the president tells reporters. And it was just very odd. There was some other kind of situation. I didn't look into it yet, guys. There was some kind of submarine out in Russia. It either blew up or something happened with the submarine in Russia. I haven't looked into it yet, but it caused a huge scene. Apparently, Putin had to get involved with it. And right here it says Trump and his staff kept saying about this Pence Putin EU situation that we'll find out in a week or two. I'm going to show you guys the video of that real quick. Let's see if I showed you guys that already. And here's a video of it. I don't know. It's.
Say it.
Why did the vice president cancel his trip the other day to New Hampshire?
You'll know in about 2 weeks.
What is it?
There was a very interesting problem that they had in New Hampshire. And I can't tell you about it. It was but had nothing to do with White House. There was a problem up there, and I won't go into what the problem was, but you'll see in about a week or 2 weeks.
So he said it was a very interesting problem. We'll know in about a week or two. So something big must have gone down with whatever this submarine was, or the fact that Pence had to get redirected because of a certain situation that he found out while he's up in the air. And Trump is saying it had nothing to do with the White House, but they're keeping it under wraps for a couple weeks from what it sounds like. So that is something we're going to be on the lookout for in the next week or two, obviously, because whatever it is, you know, it must have been pretty serious. And anything like that seems very, very interesting. So we had that going on. There was also another internet outage again the past couple of days. Facebook, Verizon, and more major outages. And I don't know if you guys got affected by this. I know I was. I couldn't get on Facebook. I'm not really an Instagram user yet. I'm eventually going to probably get on Instagram. I have some really funny memes that I make sometimes, and from others that I follow. Twitter was down, and the other one that I really want you guys to pay attention to is Cloudflare. Now, Cloudflare is what 8chan operates off of, and everyone knows that 8chan is where the Anuns work for Q. And Q did post, again, a little while back, saying that, you know, be ready, something's coming, stay, you know, the Patriots be ready to fight, whatever they said. It was just a message saying be ready, you know. They were just letting us know they're still there and all that good stuff, but 8chan is where Q operates, and there was outages all over the board for Facebook. And if you guys don't know, I'm going to say something pretty, you know, that sounds pretty crazy, but if you don't know already, Facebook, Instagram are all created by CIA. You can look into this yourself, because people were saying, wow, did the CIA, did they attack these servers? The CIA is Facebook and Instagram. If you guys don't believe me, do your own research on that. It is them, and they would not attack their own servers. So something very interesting happened with that. We have no solid proof of any of this. This is just opinion again. And again, I would encourage you guys to do your own research on these things. And one of the little funny point that I came across this week. This was hilarious, guys. Hillary Clinton was supposed to be a keynote speaker at a cyber security conference, actually Cyber Defense Summit 2019 in October. And here we are, look at this. Due to unforeseen circumstances, Secretary Clinton will no longer be able to participate in this year's conference. Additional speakers will be announced as confirmed. Guys, these people do not want to be seen in public, and she absolutely knows. These investigations that we've been waiting for months and months now, you know, FISA D-Class, the IG report, she is all part of that, guys. And the last thing she's going to want to be seen, as far as her emails being on a separate server and how she washed them, she got rid of them, deleted them, whatever you want to call it. She was going to be speaking at a cyber security conference as a keynote speaker, and she canceled for unforeseen circumstances. No, you're a piece of shit, and you're gonna get caught, and you're gonna eventually be arrested, and you're going down with your fucking insane husband and all the Obama shills. All of them. Sorry, guys. That's what's gonna be happening. I just thought this was absolutely hilarious. And one last thing, guys, that really caught my eye this week. If you guys already don't know, today's Saturday. You've probably heard about these earthquakes out in California. There was a 6 point something on Thursday magnitude. It was the epicenter of this earthquake was over Navy's China Lake base, and I did some research on this Navy base, and this base in particular is important because they test advanced technology. A lot of these are underground, and I wish I could have shown you guys. Tribunal report had a picture of, like, it looked like a tunnel, this massive tunnel that went underground where these earthquakes took place, and it looked like there was some kind of craft that was parked over it. Very futuristic looking. I've never seen anything like it before. I retweeted it, and I'm going to go back on my Twitter real quick here and to show you guys just a quick censorship of what Twitter does, man. These fucking guys on Twitter, they drive me absolutely insane. My computer is really slow right now, of course. But either way, that's the last one I want to show you. But yeah, there was a picture of this craft, and I retweeted it, and Twitter made it unavailable because it was too sensitive. It's absolutely unbelievable. But this Air Force base is known for, you know, testing a lot of advanced technology. There's a lot of rumors going around that these earthquakes were caused by something that they were testing out down there. A lot of you guys probably already know that a lot of the Cabal, a lot of the Deep State have these underground bases. It's where a lot of these ETs reside. And if you ever watch the, you know, what's it called, Above Majestic, you know, the Draco, anything about the Draco, you know, they could be down there, and who knows what's going on. They could be having underground warfare. You know, I'm just throwing these ideas out here, guys. Again, I have no proof of this, but these are just ideas that I'm thinking of. And just to end it all, my friend here, Shirtless Pundit, he's a great guy. Very honest. He's a great journalist. He threw this tweet out here. All these earthquakes in the past 24 hours. This is the Alliance shaking out the Cabal underground network tunnel systems and bases where they are hiding. The Earth Alliance has been clearing them out for months, and this is the last hurrah. Hashtag Cabal, hashtag takedown. How awesome would that be if that was really what's going on? I retweeted this. I thought this was awesome. Again, we have no proof of this, but this is just, you know, very interesting times. So I wanted to show you guys all this stuff just to give you a quick recap of the things I found interesting this week. I should be back on the grind starting next week. Hopefully 2 or 3 videos out a week again. I hit 50 subscribers in just a month, which is awesome. I thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for subscribing to my channel. The content is just going to get better and better. Again, I am a brand new channel just starting out. I have a Patreon, and I want to get that up and running, you know. And just, you know, if you like this content, please like and share, and tell all your friends about it. If you guys want any, if you guys have any ideas of what you would like to see in my shows, I am all ears for it. I am here for you guys. I am here just to get information out. I love talking about, you know, politics stuff, UFOs, a lot more. I would love to get. I'm going to get more into the spiritual side, like meditation. You know, I did an episode on the Akashic Records. I'm going to dive into more different topics than, you know, just the, you know, normal news stories that I want to do. And eventually I do want to get into doing live shows, which is really what I want to do, and have a direct audience that I can interact with, you know, right here. Instead of recording and, you know, editing, it's a lot for one person to do when it's just yourself and you're researching it. Doing a video can take an entire day sometimes, but thank you guys again. I hope you enjoy the rest of your 4th of July weekend. Drop a comment, again, like and share, and we will continue on red pilling the rest of the world. Until then, stay woke.